Going to be learning how to edit our photos in Lightroom Classic, and you need to complete this tutorial before you edit your own photographs. You will need to drag these images. I have a different one. You don't have the disco ball, you have the mushroom, but you do have the rose, you have the Buddha. So drag those. I will also have the mushroom updated in just a second. But we are going to be learning how to add filters, how to crop and straighten, how to add grain, lens blur, selective coloring, brighten, contrast, and get rid of stuff that we don't want. So you will need to open up Lightroom Classic, and yours will look different than mine because I've already opened it up before, but you can X out of the prompts or read through it. When you get it open, you will be in the Library tab, and once you are in the Library tab, we need to import our photos so we can edit them. So our import button is in the bottom left-hand corner. So we're going to click import, and up at the top, it opens up a new window, and at the top of that window on the left-hand side, we need to select our source. We're going to go down to desktop, and then we're going to go composition to edit tutorial, and we've got our 3 photographs, and you've got my mushroom in there too. So we're going to import in the bottom right-hand corner. And now it's importing our images. A good thing to do is only import your photos that you want to edit because you do have limited space. Okay, so our tabs that we will be using is our library. This is how we organize, but when we want to edit, that's our develop tab. So we're gonna go to develop, click on that, and then when you open this up, we have some different panels. So one right away over on the right-hand side, this is our basic editing tab. So let's learn how to bring up our contrast. So let's bring up the contrast on this mushroom to plus 36. You are going to match what I'm doing exactly. So let's go plus 36, and then let's also go down to, if you have lens blur, let's apply that. It's analyzing it, it's using AI, so we're gonna add some bokeh, and I'm gonna bring up the bokeh to full 100%. We'll see if it doesn't. We're gonna boost it too. Boost it, boost it, boost it. Cat eye. Apply. I didn't do, oh, the only thing it did was blur right back there, but I like that it blurred the background. So that's nice, we blurred the background. When you guys start editing, you'll probably just play around with this tab. There's lots of different things that you can mess with, but you can play around, and let's also add some grain to this photo. So you have to go down to your effects panel, and let's add like 56 amount of grain, and let's bring that grain up to about like 60. I like grain in my photo. So I don't think I really need to crop this photo. So let's just throw on a filter. So there's filters over on the left-hand panel. So they are categorized by style, by effect, by whatever. So let's find the auto retro. And if you hover over it, it will show you the effect. Ooh, I like the retro vibe. Let's go Auto Retro 06. So to apply it, you click on 6. So this I like for my mushroom. I really like the blue. I like the orange. I like it. So we're ready to move on to our next one. And one thing that I love about Lightroom is when you're done editing, you don't have to save it. It automatically saves. So let's move on to our Buddha. And with this Buddha, I hate that it's crooked at the bottom. So let's straighten this right off of the bat. So let's go to our crop tool. And what you can do with our crop is you can hit this auto angle, and it will automatically straighten it out for you, reading it. And then let's crop it in a little bit too, so our Buddha is perfectly in the middle. This is our simplicity photo, or no, this is my leading lines photo. So I want my Buddha right there in the middle. So you can use crop. A simple crop can do a lot. And if you notice, when you hit the crop, we get our 3x3 grid. That's not there because of a coinky dink. It's there for a purpose. But if you notice in my Buddha, there's a little crummy. So if you hit Command plus, you can start zooming in. And if you hold your, if you move around, there's a little crummy right in front of our Buddha. So I want you to find your eraser. And with your eraser, let's not use generative AI. Let's just erase it. So if you hit your bracket, which is the key next to the P, and you just draw over top of it, it's going to try to erase that little crummy. And you can do different attempts at it too. This Band-Aid one will pull from different areas. As you can see right there, it's pulling from right there. That I like. Now the crummy's gone. I'm happy with that. And that's good. I like that. Let's do boom. And sometimes if you're unsure of what to do for editing, I'll just throw on auto. And then if I like it, I'll keep it, or if I don't, I'll make some adjustments. So I just know I really like contrast in my photos. So let's bring our darks darker, bring up our contrast. Let's go down and let's find our texture. Where are you at? Oh, texture right here. Let's bring up our texture all the way up. Texture, texture, texture. And the clarity up to like 46. And then, ew, I don't like the D. Let's go dehaze up to 27. That I really like with the metal effect. And then let's go, I don't want to go retro. Let's go, here's the kicker. I'm going to have you guys pick one. This is how in between. I want you to pick a black and white filter of your choosing. This is how I know if you did this properly. Black and white filter of your choosing for this one. The only one you cannot choose is, let's go the brown one, the sepia tone. But I'm going to let you choose your black and white filter for this one. But you need to make this one black and white. Okay, let's go to our rose. Okay, so one thing with our images is we've been editing our images as a whole currently, but some things that we might want to do is editing our images as a part. So like I want to edit my rose maybe separately from the rest of this. So there is a tool at the very end that this is circle, and this is called a mask. And then up at the top, these are smart masks that AI can analyze your picture. Like if I click on subject, it's going to analyze this. And this is showing me what the mask selected right here. And then if I want, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to bring up my saturation of that area. And if you notice, it brought that up right there too. So the beauty of masks is you can easily manipulate them. So this is my mask right here in this little tiny area. So I'm going to hit the minus and go to my brush and then say I don't want these areas in my mask. I just want my rose. So now we just have our rose selected. And let's bring our contrast and our exposure up to like 43, contrast down so we have a nice bright rose. Okay, we're going to do selective coloring on this though. So up at your mask, you're going to right click on it and you're going to click duplicate and invert. And now we're going to go back to saturation and you are going to desaturate. So the only thing that's in color right now is our rose. And then let's go back to our mask, or we can go over to a filter and I might find like a spring. Ooh, okay, let's go spring 5. That I really like. Okay, that I'm happy with my edits. And I recommend you do all of your edits at once and then we export them all at once. And if you notice, that's the tin area, but I'm not mad at it. For the sake of being done, let's be done. But remember, you choose your gray one right there. Okay, we need to go back to our library tab to export these. And then you need to hit Command A to select all. And then we go down to our bottom right-hand corner again, but we hit export. It's going to go on our desktop in a subfolder called Lightroom Edits. We're going to do resolution at 72. That's great for putting it on our Google Slides. It's going to export as JPEGs, which is fabulous, and we are going to export them. So these are exporting. And then when they are done exporting, you will then have a new folder right here on your computer for you to submit your edits. This is the one of the few assignments I will let you drag your edits directly onto the assignment for you to submit to. And then submit your assignment, and then you are able to start editing your own composition photos. If you have any questions, if you need help, let me know. But have fun. Editing is the fun part.